like this, but you know, I really don't want to pay this for it. Then I realized, like, oh, it's 50% off. Like, you know, I just have to have everything. You don't want to get deal drunk. Hi everyone, welcome back to Blueprint DIY. Angelina here again, and today I am going to reveal my top 10 secrets for thrift shopping. Number 1 is to wear comfortable, fitted clothing. And so, of course, you want to be comfortable when you're shopping. Oftentimes, thrift stores, depending on when you go, where you go, it might be a little bit crowded. You know, sometimes they're not crowded, but, you know, just to be able to be comfortable is always nice, you know, and especially if you're going to be there for a while, you know, you want to be comfortable. And then the other thing is why I say fitted clothing is because some thrift stores don't have very good dressing rooms. And so a lot of times if I know that I'm going to one that is probably crowded and I may have to stand in line, or if I'm going to one that does not have dressing rooms, then I will wear leggings and a t-shirt. Number 2, go when you have some time and be prepared to be patient. At the end, towards the end, I'm going to give you a couple of pointers for if you go and you don't have a whole lot of time. But for this tip, just have some time to spend and be ready to be patient, especially if you are a size that is uncommon. Be prepared to be patient. If you know, like for instance, for me and pants, you know, I have a hard time finding pants that are my length. So in order, if I really want to find those gems, I have to be patient. I have to go through and look, you know, be diligent about looking at everything. Number 3, go to the discount days. You can find out, if you know what thrift store you want to go to, whether it's, you know, if it's Goodwill or Salvation Army, go onto their website, your local website, and find out what are their discount days. Use those days to your advantage. And if you don't mind paying a little bit more, you might want to go the next day as well, because a lot of times when they do those discount days, they're trying to get everything out, and then that very next day or that very next week, they'll bring a whole bunch of new stuff in. And so, you know, depending on what you're looking for, if you really want to find that great deal, then you go on those discount days. If you really want to find something special and you're willing to pay a little bit more, then go like the day after the discount days. And also when you go in, look to see what the discounts are. Like there's some stores say we'll have 50% off of blue and yellow tags. So make sure you keep in your mind, you know, that it's 50% off of blue and yellow tags. So as you're going through, you can remember, hey, that's a blue tag, because, you know, everybody does this, or I'm maybe not, but I do this. I pick up stuff and I'm just like, oh, I really like this, but you know, I really don't want to pay this for it. Then I realize, like, oh, it's 50% off. I'll get it. So, you know, if you remember, you know, what those discounts are, then, you know, it'll help you judge, you know, what you want to get and what you don't want to get. Number 4, put all of the things that you're interested in your cart and just keep moving. And just, you know, normally by the time I finish, my cart is completely full of stuff. And then I go to the dressing room, I try on everything, and that helps the weed out process right there. So then normally for me, more than half of it is gone after I've tried it on. Either it doesn't fit, or I just didn't like the way it looked on me, or I realized, you know, I'm not really gonna wear it. So then, you know, I put it to the side. If you're in one of those that doesn't have a dressing room, you can go to, you know, go to the housewares section and find a mirror, or use your phone and, you know, try on everything and, you know, just put it back. It is common practice in thrift stores to see people trying stuff on in the aisle. So if you're new to thrifting, try stuff on in the aisles. Everybody does it. So don't worry about it. You're not the only one. Yeah, so try everything on, because sometimes things look better on the hanger than they do on you. But once you try it on, sometimes things look better on you than they did on the hanger. So that's why I try everything on, and it helps your weed out process. Number 5 is to know approximately how much, or the limit of how much you want to spend before you go, because it's easy. It's very easy sometimes to get deal drunk. And deal drunk for me is when I go and I wasn't expecting, like my last tip, you know, this can backfire on you, because I had a haul where I told you it backfired on me, where I put everything I was interested in the cart, and then I got into the dressing room and it all looks good, and I just felt like I had to have everything, and you just like, you know, I just have to have everything. You don't want to get deal drunk. So as you're weeding out, you kind of want to have in your mind, you know, what your max is, so that you can walk out and not have any regrets, because you can't, you know, at most thrift stores, you cannot take it back. Number 6, minimize distractions. Only go thrifting. I mean, this is just a general shopping rule for me, but only go thrifting with people who kind of thrift at your same pace, or they're willing to wait for you, or they're willing to move at your pace. If you are a very impatient person, or you just like to go quickly through everything, and you know that the person you're going with is going to go super slow and you're not going to want to wait, you probably shouldn't go thrifting with that person. Or if you're the type of person like me, you have to take your time, you need to focus because you don't want to get deal drunk, you know, you just need to stay in that zone to make sure you get what you want, and you don't, you know, buy emotionally and somebody's going to be rushing you, then you probably shouldn't go thrifting with that person. And also, if you have to go thrifting with children, which I have to go thrifting with children during the week, bring things that are going to distract them. And so oftentimes I'll bring snacks, I'll use my phone and play PBS, you know, cartoons or whatever on my phone for my son. I'll bring him little toys. If he's good, maybe he'll get a treat at the end. So just different things so that you don't get distracted, because that's another way that you can spend too much, and it's another way you can miss out on things that are, you know, might be sitting right in front of you, but you know, you just distracted, so you didn't see it. Number 7, look for potential. When you are browsing through the sections, if you are willing, if you already know how to alter clothing, or if you are willing to take it to someone who knows how to alter clothing, or if you're willing to learn, side note, subscribe to Blueprint DIY so you can learn. But if you don't mind altering clothing, then look for potential. You don't necessarily have to find something that completely fits you, completely looks the way you want it to. Think of different ways that you can alter it. Look for potential, and then you can make it perfect. Okay, number 8 is, and this is for a specific few of us who are allergic to dust. And I think, you know, dust kind of, you know, may bother, you know, a lot of people, but especially for those who may be allergic to it, make sure you have tissues. And if you are really bad, if you're in a, you know, season where maybe your other allergies are bothering you, and you know that the dust is going to really bother you, you may even want to bring a mask. I haven't gone to that extreme yet, but honestly, there are some times when I go into the thrift store and I think to myself, I know I should have a mask on, because as soon as I get in there, like I feel it, you know, in my throat, and I just start sneezing like crazy, and I'm sure like everybody's like, you know, think I have the plague or something like that. Even for those who do not have dust allergies, it's probably, you know, best practice to, you know, have some tissue with you, just in case you sneeze, or, you know, when you're touching different things, you might want to have hand sanitizer. Once you leave the thrift store, make sure you wipe your hands, sanitize your hands. Do not touch your eyes until you have done that. That's just a best practices type of thing for everybody. So hand sanitizer, tissue, and even a mask if you really have bad allergies like me. Okay, number 9. We are down to the last 2, and I'm going to give you 2 tips on what to do if you are strapped for time. If you want to go thrifting and you are strapped for time, what I would do first is have in your mind what you're looking for. If you know that you're looking for something specific, make sure you go to those sections first. Block out everything else. It's like really easy to get distracted, but block out everything else and go directly to those sections. Look for what you want, and if you still have time, you can go back to the other things, and then prioritize it. If you really want it, okay, I want some black pumps, then go up and down the shoe sections, or go through the shoe section first. Secondarily, I would really like a graphic t-shirt. Okay, then after that, I'll go to the graphic tees. And then our last one, number 10, is if you don't know exactly what you're looking for and you just want to go into the thrift store quickly, what I would do, and I do this often, is I go down the aisle and I brush my hand. I just look, and I don't go too quick. It depends on how much time I have, but I brush my hand against the clothing, and what I'm checking for is color, any color, pattern, or texture that appeals to me. And so I go along, and if I find something that's appealing to my eye, I'll pull it out, look at it, see if it's my size, see if it's the style, a style that I like. And if it's not any of those, I'll put it back really quickly and just keep going. And so that is a quick way, and especially if you haven't, if you don't really have that patience for thrift store shopping yet, that's an easy way to do it so that you don't, so that it doesn't work your patience so much, is to go through and just look for colors, patterns, and textures that appeal to you. Look at it. If it's not it, put it back and keep going. So those are my top 10 secrets revealed on thrift shopping. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please let me know in the comments what was your favorite tip, and please, if I have missed anything, for all you my subscribers or those who are watching this that are avid thrifters and I've forgotten something, please put it in the comment section so that we can help the world. Just give everybody the tips, the necessary tips to make their thrift shopping successful. I will see you guys next time. Bye.